What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season number 8. I think this is episode 8, titled Cabin Confessions. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so we're going to start this review out with stuff that happened in the city of Atlanta with Moniece, Akbar, and Tokyo. So we see Moniece. Moniece is in the studio. You know, she is waiting for Akbar to get there, but Akbar is late. And, you know, when Akbar gets there, Moniece is like, you know, why are you late? She's like, I had a headache. I'm like, okay, I get it. You might not be feeling good. But to Moniece's concern, I do agree with what she said. You know, time is money, and I'm paying for the studio session. Here you are late, and we're supposed to be working on this. And again, like I said, the time is the money, and you know, the first one you canceled on because you had, you know, your PTSD. Nothing's wrong with that. And again, having a headache, not feeling good, nothing's wrong with that. But be considerate of her time, her money. Well, technically Mona's money, but just be considerate of it. So, you know, Moniece is just talking about how she's stressed out with scrapping. She's like, oh, so that's what the issue is. It's not really me, it's scrap. Nah, girl, it's you as well, because you on some bullshit because you're not showing up to studio sessions that she's paying for. So yeah, and then, you know, Moniece is just talking about how when it comes down to scrap, she just wants the truth from him. Well, Moniece, I hate to tell you, but she probably won't be getting the truth out of Scrap daily on, but okay. So then Moniece tells her, you know, that the situation with them, it can't happen because she's gonna work with Tokyo. And then, you know, Akbar's like, you know what, she's not even on my level, you know, whole fat ass. And I'm like, she's not on your level and she's fat. You might want to take a good long hard look in the mirror because you not a size 2 and you talking about she's not on your level. We know her song Best Friend. So, you know, what do we know? Like, you talking about, did you say you had 4 or 5 albums? I don't forget how many albums you said you had. But nobody has heard one of them. But okay, Akbar, if she ain't on your level, we're gonna leave it at that. So then we see a scene where Akbar, she goes to her mom's grave, and I think she said her mom has been dead for 12 years. And, you know, she was telling her friend Prophet came out there, and, you know, she's just talking about how, you know, she just want to see her mama. And I definitely 100% understand that, especially with Mother's Day being this coming Sunday. So I definitely understand where she's coming from with that whole situation. I just wanted her mom. I get it. I get it. So, you know, she says her mom was on drugs. And, you know, her friend tells her about this showcase. And she's like, I don't know if I want to do that showcase. You know, them bitches this and them bitches that. And she, you know, talking about fighting. I'm like, why does everything got to be violent with you? Like, for real. Like, you think too highly of yourself. And I don't understand why. But, I mean, if you don't think so highly of yourself, who else will? So, I guess, you know, whatever. So then we see Moniece. She's with Tokyo and they eating. And, you know, Tokyo telling Moniece about this performance that she have coming up. So I'm assuming it's this showcase that Akbar is going to go to. So then Moniece says, you know what, I won't be there because I'm going to actually be back in LA with the kid and whatnot. And, you know, she says, so, you know, Tokyo asked, like, so what's going on between you and Scrap? She's like, well, you know, I saw Scrap with his ex, and, you know, she just don't know what's going on with Scrap, between her and Scrap. She was hoping that Scrap would change her mind about men, but obviously he's not. And, you know, Moniece, she's like, so, you know, what's going on with the music stuff? And then, you know, Moniece tells Tokyo that Akbar was not too fond of them working together. And Tokyo's like, what the fuck I do to her? Like, I don't even know her, so what is she tripping off of? And I'm like, I agree, Tokyo. What the fuck is she tripping off of? Like, huh? Tokyo don't even know you. Tokyo ain't saying nothing about you, but here you are talking mad cash shit about this girl for no fucking reason. But we're gonna move on from that. All right, so then we got all the couples that getting together for this damn couples retreat, minus one couple, that is Carly Red and Mo. But Carly does show up without Mo. She shows up with Shekinah. So, you know, Rashida's talking about how the dude ranch helped her and Kirk out, and I'm like, huh? Okay, if you say so. So, Carly, they asking Carly, about Mo. She's like, you know what? I don't really want to talk about my relationship in front of Kendra. And no offense to you, Kendra. I don't know you that well. But I just don't want to talk about my relationship in front of you. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. So then they ask Kendra, how long has she and Jock been dating? She's like, oh, we've been dating, for 2 years. And like, off and on for 2 years? She's like, no, we've been steady for 2 years. I'm like, did you not watch the last season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when they went to Houston to the Dude Ranch and the way Carly and Jock heavily flirted with one another? And then at the reunion when Nina Parker brought it up. But you know what? Maybe she slept under a rock. I don't know. Maybe she spent all her time in the courtroom. I don't know. Maybe she spent all her time, reading up on cases and laws and whatnot. Maybe that's what she did. Who knows? But we all saw what happened last season. But yeah. So, Carly is like, she and Jock, they did, flirt with each other, kiss and whatnot, but they did not have sex with each other. And, she said they got a hotel room and he just whipped out his dick. And I think she said either he wanted her to fuck or suck or something. I don't know what she said. So then we got, Scrappy them in the other. So they split the bands up. It was supposed to be men in one band and women in the other band. But since Carly brought Shekinah, that threw it out. That threw a wrench in the plans. So Bambi is over there with the guys. So Scrappy thought. So they talking about Mo, what they thought. So Scrappy thought that Mo said he thought he was talking about going to jail, and then Kirk's like he thought it was a baby mama. So back in the other van with the women, Carly is talking about Pooh and how BK flirted with her when they went to. Did they say the Bahamas? Wherever they went for Sierra's birthday, I forgot. And then, BK is talking about how, he bought a ring for Sierra, and Sierra talking about how if BK asked her to marry him, she would say yes. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, let me get into a little bit of word on the street right now. So the word on the street is that Sierra is pregnant by BK. And then supposedly the girl Amber that was messing with Jock, messing with BK last season, supposedly she's pregnant, and there's another woman that's supposed to be pregnant. So it's supposed to be 3 of them that's pregnant by BK. So then they finally make it to the cabin that they're gonna stay at. So Kendra's like, you know what, Jaceel, you and I, we gotta have a conversation, but we gonna hold off on that conversation for right now. I'm like, girl, why you wanna hold off on it? Have that conversation right here, right now, in front of him. Do it. So then they downstairs and they talking about the room situations, and Sierra's like, Carter's like, you know what? I don't have a bathroom and my mind is outside the hall. And if I got to go to the bathroom late at night, when I get up, people gonna see me naked. And they were like, you sleep naked in a bed that ain't yours? Like, ew, that is nasty though. So Sierra says, well, you know what, girl, you can have my bed because I ain't gonna, I don't need whatever she said, something like whatever she said. So then, Sierra pulls BK to the side and have a conversation with him. And, she brings up the whole thing that Carly said about Pooh. And he was like, Carly? Carly the Red said that? She was like, yeah, what other fucking Carly are we talking about? Like, no, Carly Rae Jepsen. Who else? But he calls Carly over and he's all mad. And I'm like, why are you mad? If you had a conversation with Pooh, don't be mad at Carly. Be mad at yourself because you didn't tell your woman. And then Carly comes over and she's telling BK, well, this came up in a group text and Pooh said that, Pooh said this is not me, this is Pooh. And BK's like, well, it really wasn't nothing. Well, if it wasn't nothing, why didn't you tell Sierra in the first fucking place? Like, come on. Whew, excuse me, y'all. All right, so then we see another scene where Carly is talking about she's trying to be a sex coach. No. So, she wants to pass out toys to the group, and I'm like, why? So then Kirk, he decides to bring up, the whole interview that Jock did at the radio station when he was talking about this Indian style thing that Carly did. And I'm like, why would you bring that shit up in front of his woman? Like, really? Really? That's stupid. Ooh, now I got hiccups. Fuck. So Kendra says, you know what, Jock, me and you need to go off and we need to have a conversation. So then they go talking, Kendra's asking him, like, what the fuck is going on between you and what happened between you and Carly last year? He's like, man, nothing happened between me and Carly last year. And I'm like, nigga, you know goddamn well you lying. So then he says, you know what? I got her name tattooed on my dick, and if Carly, did anything, she would have saw Kendra's name there. I'm like, okay, Jock, if you say so. So then they start doing this relationship exercise the next day where they have to say, one thing they love about each other and one thing they hate about the other. I can't remember. I know Kirk said he loved how Rashida's business mind, but he hates how she is late. And Rashida loves, I don't forget what she loved about him, but she hates this whole shit that's going on between them, that's happened between them. Bambi, she hates that Scrappy eats swings in the bed, but she loves him being a good father. He loves her being a good mother, and he thinks that she needs to appreciate him more. Jock loves everything about Kendra, and he wishes Kendra, there's nothing he don't love about Kendra. Kendra, she loves, what did Kendra say she loved about Jock? I forgot what she said, but I know what she said she hated about him. He's not punctual. And who else was at the table? Oh, BK and Sierra. I literally forgot what the fuck BK and Sierra said they loved and hated about each other. Actually, what Sierra said, that she loved the fact that when she was down and depressed, that BK uplifted her and made her feel good about herself. BK, I forgot what the fuck BK said. I really did. It wasn't that important. So we're going to move on. So then we got Bambi and Kendra. They are, outside and they having a conversation about Jock and everything that's going on. And Bambi says that, when it comes to Jock and that timeline, it really don't add up. No shit, sure, like it don't add up. And, she says she can't, Kendra saying that she can't let it all the way go. I mean, you might as well let it go because he ain't going to tell you the fucking truth, obviously. So let that shit the fuck go. So, Bambi's talking about how when it came down to her and Scrappy, she had to just leave Scrappy alone altogether, which we remember that. And Scrappy had to go on social media to get her back. He also did that little stint on Love and Hip Hop Miami where he was messing around with, Shay. But eventually he came back to his senses. All right. So then we see Mo. Mo shows up to the cabin. And, Mo is talking about, hey, Carly, I miss you, baby. And he comes with gifts. I'm like, oh, you came with gifts. So, she asked, because he was talking about, she was like, how did you know I was here? He was like, your friends. She was like, so you've been talking to my friends. You tell my friends you cheated on me? He's like, I did not cheat on you, Carly. Like, this was before us. And she just, I don't know how she don't get the fact that it was before he got with you. So it was not cheating. And he's talking about, well, you didn't tell me. And you don't do this and you don't do that and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, where the fuck did all this shit come from? Carly can work a nerve at some point, sometimes. So like I said, she just went off on him and Mo was like, eventually, fuck this. And he left. I'm like, good riddance, Mo. Like, not good riddance, but leave her alone. Like, for real, for real. All right. So then lastly, we see Rashida and them. They having another couples thing. And Rashida's talking about how there was trust issues and infidelity issues on both sides with her and Kirk. And they like, what? She's like, yeah, early on in a relationship, me and, I had my little infidelities. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So then Bambi's talking about how she's struggling with leaving her child. And I don't know what that feels like, but, separation anxiety from your child. I think Bambi is a good mother. And I don't think she needs to feel any type of way about, being away from her child. You need some time to yourself. And they all kind of basically told her that. So then Sierra talking about how she has a hard time forgiving. We can clearly see that. And then, Rashida is saying that, what? Carly should have kept her big ass mouth closed. And, Sierra's like, what? Yeah. But me and Carly, we going to have a conversation. But, she said, but, all is good for right now. So then Sierra's like, what, BK? Since we all being honest and stuff, I gotta sit here and keep it real with you and tell you. So you remember that time you went in my phone and you saw those texts, those DMs? Well, I just gotta let you know that I was messing with that dude and some things happened. And then BK put his hood over his head and just put his face down. And you see him trying to wipe. I'm like, nigga, we know good damn well you are not crying. Like, stop the bullshit. But you guys, that was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like my video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you guys later.